long time. I'm on auto ship. We do have it on auto ship, and we do have it at a special price. Liz is going to walk you through, and I'll tell you my own personal testimonial, but here's the thing, everyone. Today, we're offering the 4 ounces, so this is a big jumbo size, for $24.95. And I stress auto ship, because once you try this on any arthritis pain, or wherever it may be for you, even on the bottom of your feet, if your feet ache, we'll tell you a million different ways that you can use this. You're never going to be without. We also have flex pay, and we also have free shipping and handling. What is pain therapy relief cream? Hands, neck, shoulders, backs, knees, feet, hips. I mean, we could go on and on and on. And I'm telling you, take a minute, read the reviews. I said Liz at the beginning, and I thank you every single time I see you for this relief cream. And I remember before you were working on it.
Yes,
remember the little tube you gave it? I was hunched over.
Right, standing on that, right there.
Yep, exactly. And she said, okay, I don't have it yet. It's not in the packaging and all of that, but Lynn and I text her, I'm like, oh, what is in there? Liz, this has been beloved. I'm so happy we have it today. You said you actually saved it for my show, and I thank you for that.
Yes. I know, it's exciting. So here's the thing, and Lynn, I don't know if I told you this, but the reason it took 2 years is because of this. This is a drug fact panel, and this is OTC without a prescription. So we wanted to make sure that it was actually clinically proven to treat the worst pain. I didn't want to come out here and say, okay, this is going to help soften, this is going to help alleviate a little. No, 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 no. If we're going to go for it, we're going to go for it. And I want it to be clean beauty, because if you go to the drugstore, right, Lynn, and you buy something for pain or arthritis, I can guarantee you it's not clean beauty. So it is very difficult, you know, obviously 2 years going through the FDA to get the OTC approval. But if you have arthritis pain and you are somebody who is living with pain that's constantly on your mind, so meaning that you cancel vacations, you don't go on trips, you don't play with the grandkids, whatever it is, to have a solution that you're gonna put on in the morning, you can leave it at home, and think of it like a little mini first aid kit. I keep one in the kitchen. I kind of keep them everywhere because you never know. And if you're someone that says, Liz, I have arthritis in the hands, maybe you have it in your back, maybe you have it in your neck, maybe you have it in your shoulders, it's not a product that you're gonna have to go, okay, let me set the alarm and then keep reapplying it every 2 hours. So you're gonna use it in the morning, and you can leave it at home and go about your day. What it does, and I will give credit to my wonderful chemist, she was actually creating a product, well, this product, for a very famous plastic surgeon who couldn't move his hands. And I saw this bright yellow jar on her desk, and I was like, what is that? And she said, Liz, it is expensive, but it helps treat the worst pain. I was like, oh my gosh, like we do these focus groups. Nakery is all about listening to the customer, and I'm hearing these stories about not being able to open a jar, not being able to go on trips, canceling vacations and things like that. I was like, we need this. So it took 2 years, and Lynn got a sample, and then I was like, sorry, Lynn, it's not ready yet, it's not ready yet. But it's here, it's without a prescription. You've got your OTC, your drug fact panel, but it has capsicum is the driver. And what it does is if you're somebody, again, that bought something from the drugstore that's kind of menthol-y, that you put on and you have to keep numbing and numbing and numbing, this actually gets into the joints. So capsicum drives the St. John's wort, the plant stem cells, the arnica, the magnesium, into the joints and helps give you that relief. And guess what, Lynn? It's cumulative. So if you are someone that's treating your hands for arthritis and you're like, oh no, I left this in, you know, a different state, and what do? It should be cumulative, so you shouldn't be in that pain, which is incredible.
Which is, and that is why we've heard so many amazing, amazing reviews like myself. I mean, right off the bat, close to 300 of these are gone. It's a 4-ounce tube. A little bit goes a long way. You may have noticed I'm wearing, obviously, today's special dress, but this is always, I'm getting arthritis right here throughout my hands, throughout my fingers, but right here all the way down. Oh my goodness, when I tell you, just give it a few seconds. And I love what Liz says. It's true. Yes, there's lots of over-the-counter, you know, pain relief creams out there, but can you read everything that's on the back? Do you know, can we actually say it's clean beauty? Or clean beauty that is something that's gonna be effective and really does work. That's why I love Nakery and Liz and the team. They go to every single distance they can. They're gonna do as much testing as they possibly can to even be able to say what we can say, even to have pain up on the screen, pain relief. Everything has to go through our legal process here at HSN. So that is not the norm. It's certainly something you don't expect to find in clean beauty, right? Or obviously, like you said, it should be in every medical kit. But in my life, I just said to your daughter, I met, oh my goodness, Liz's beautiful daughter today. Goodness, she's just drop dead stunning and just as sweet on the inside. And I was like, where was I going on that way? Oh, I was talking to your daughter, and I was telling her the story about this. I'm like, this product, and I love all Nakery, but when you're in pain and you find something that helps, and you know it's clean beauty, and it works, you want to shout it to the world. And, you know, that's the other thing. Get it home, try it, or if you know of somebody who does suffer, you know, terribly from my girlfriend, horrible. She's riddled with arthritis. You know, it's just one of those genetic things. This was sent to her, and she was like, Lynn, I've never, ever. What? Thank you. Wow. And I said, honestly, she said, where can I get it? I said, well, HSN. She said, really? I said, it's one of our beauty lines. In fact, take a listen to another fantastic testimonial.
I used to never think twice about carrying groceries, but now the pain seems to follow me no matter what I do. It's frustrating, even when the simplest task feels impossible. I've lived with these aches for years, and it feels like nothing helps.
I've always loved gardening. It's my passion and my escape, but lately, if I spend too much time bent over pulling weeds or planting flowers, my pain is right there to remind me I'm not as young as I used to be.
I should feel lucky to wake up every day, but instead, all I feel is stiff and sore. It's like my body doesn't want to cooperate. By the time I finally get moving, half my day is gone.
Using the pain therapy cream has given me my life back. It targets the pain and helps me keep going.
It's like my body finally decides to wake up with me. I can stretch, I can move, and I don't have to spend my mornings in pain anymore.
I can finally live my life without the pain holding me back.
And you know what, Liz and everyone, you can't put a price tag on that.
No.
Just listening to those testimonials, you really can't. So Liz, thank you. Thank your team. I'm so glad we finally have it in stock. Not only have it in stock, auto ship, because that's what I said. I'll never be off this on auto ship. I'll never be without it.
I know. And once you get that relief, Lynn, it's incredible. And I want to remind you a couple of things. One, know that if you are someone who's living with pain or arthritis pain, the worst time of day is when you are sleeping because your body's not moving, especially if you have arthritis. So keep one on your nightstand and use it before you get into bed at night. You will sleep through the night. You're not going to have all those issues, and you're not going to have to set an alarm to wake up and put more pain cream on. But think of this as your first aid kit. Again, OTC without a prescription, and it's clinically proven. You know, with everything with Nakery, yes, we're clean beauty, but we also clinically test everything. So clinically proven to treat the worst pain. 1 in 3 of us has arthritis. By the time we hit 60, 70 years old, Lynn, it'll be 1 in 2. So it's inevitable that you're going to have it somewhere, anywhere on your body, whether it's your hands. Like Patsy, you were saying about not opening a jar.
Oh, absolutely. And it just appeared all of a sudden, and I have the beginning stages of arthritis. Immediately applied this, and I've been using it ever since. You mentioned all the places that you keep it. It is the #1 item on my packing list. If I'm going to travel anywhere, it is going to be in there. So it's preventative as well as addressing whatever, you know, the need that I have. I couldn't open a jar. Small little jar of salad dressing. Had to have help. Oh my gosh, arthritis is coming to visit me, so I'm going to attack it right now.
But that's it though, Patsy. That's what's so great is that if you're someone that lives with pain, it's constantly on your mind. You're reapplying every 2 hours. It's incredible to have a solution. You know, there's a woman who modeled for us a couple of times. She's a retired police officer, and she has terrible back issues. And she told me, Liz, like I ran out of my stuff in the middle of the night. I was almost screaming in pain. My husband reminded me that I had this on my nightstand. She said, Liz, I'm telling you, just like Lynn, I will never be without this. I mean, that, and what you were saying, Lynn, like you're probably thinking, oh, what? I thought this was a beauty hour. What's going on here? Why are they talking about pain? Because Nakery is about listening to what your needs are. It isn't because Liz woke up one day and thought the world needed another lip gloss. No, I woke up one day and said, okay, I want to start doing focus groups, and what if we flipped the tables and started creating products from listening to women and their concerns about sweat and things like that, and odor and pain, and that's how it was created. So,
yeah, and I'm telling you, I know it's, this is like also, you know, I'm always complaining about my feet. Not anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling you, even bruises. I've used it on bruises.
Yes.
Honestly, I mean, we can go on and on and on. Yes, you always have your 30-day money-back guarantee. I know it sounds, and it is, it's our beauty hour. It sounds silly that we're talking about a pain cream, but it is that good. It really, truly is. And I want to say over 700 gone. So single shipment if you want to try it. Or for those of us who will never be without, and you'll see the first time you use it and it works, you want to share that secret with the world, and you don't want to be without it. So that's nice. You have another option, because I think it's normally $34. Yeah, or normally $30. So we have it at $24. We have a huge savings today.
I'm just grateful we have it in stock, Lynn.
I know, I know. Well, you know, it's funny because, like, I should have dibs on host pick, but honestly, and I know, but it's always impossible to get. It's not something that's always there. And I know you try so hard, Liz, and your team to make it happen, but this is kind of like my little host pick, because that's how much I believe in it, to be able to share with you.
Yes, and here's the thing, you know, and you were saying about not having it available. When you create something that is OTC, that is FDA cleared, what's exciting about that is that you have to follow a specific recipe. So even when we make more, the FDA checks it, which is incredible. So they check the percentages to make sure that you are actually using the same arnica, you're using the same magnesium. The plant stem cells are all coming from the same source. So every time that you use this, you are getting the exact same benefits, which is incredible.
Which really is.
It was worth the 2 years to make it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I would have waited 10 years to have these kind of results, honestly. And I was one of the first. It was a little tiny tube, and it really was one of my really bad days. And I said, Lynn, I'm telling you. In fact, we went back to your green room.
Yes,
and
you were hunched over. So
just
see
like
how
this.
she's, yes, like her elbows were on the table after a show, and she's like, Liz, my back and my bursitis and my arthritis and my this and my that, and I was like, don't move, I got you.
It's so true. It's so, I wish we had like behind the scenes, and I'm like, and I remember even saying, wow, I'm surprised that, you know, she said, oh, well, my chemist, and the whole story she just shared with you, had this on her desk, and she was making this for a renowned, you know, doctor who was in severe, terrible pain, and you said, well, can you make it for us? Like, is that possible? But it was years in the making to be able to have to go through all those stringent rules, obviously, with the FDA and so forth. But it's here. It's back in stock. That's why close to now 1,000 have been selected. So big congratulations to you. Auto ship every typically 60 days or however you want. Remember, you're in charge. You're actually securing this fabulous price of $24.95 and free shipping and handling. And I'm loving everything. We're showing, I know Patsy was rubbing her back, her knees earlier, her shoulders. I was doing went down and sat and did my feet.
She's got tennis elbow.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
Really, truly, you name it. It's going to really help relieve that temporary pain, because I don't know what the magic, I know there's a lot of science in it, but I just know it works. That's all I